Hey, welcome back to Driven Channel, and I'm here with a special guest. Like we become pretty cool friends, and I want to call you like one of my besties. You're local. I like to hang out. Everybody knows who you are, Neil Patel. We had episode 1 already. You came to my office, second time here, and maybe a quick little intro about who Neil is coming from you. But I want to dig deeper into like a second part and kind of going over things that we didn't go cover the first time.
Yeah, sounds good.
Who is Neil in your words?
So, serial entrepreneur. I have a ad agency called NP Digital, and I spend my time just driving more traffic and sales online and have fun doing that. I've been doing this for 23-ish years.
And I mean, when I met you, I thought you were like just reserved, which you are, but I thought you were like, I don't know if this makes any sense, but I didn't think Neil was who I know Neil now.
Yeah, I was much more reserved when I first met you. Now I give you a lot of shit for random stuff.
Yeah. Can we put the volume down on this so it sounds a bit crisper? So I found out just that you have a huge business, and you work with like huge clients, and like you're just way bigger than what I thought. Just being real, when I met you, like I was like, I didn't know you have all this going on. Is there a reason why you kind of stay low key? And because you could easily be out there kind of flashing exotic cars and private flights and just kind of showing off, but you do the opposite.
Well, first off, it depends what you consider big. My business isn't really that big in the grand scheme of things. Microsoft is big. NVIDIA is big.
Microsoft is the biggest one.
Google is big. Apple is big.
They're huge.
Facebook is big. Yeah, I'm not there, right? I'm really tiny. I'm a speck compared to them. So it really comes down to perspective. Two, when it comes out to flashing exotics or, I don't know, going private. One, I don't do a lot of those things, so there's nowhere to take a picture. But two, it's just not me. I don't care. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. You're all about the car, and it's worked well for you in marketing. And I've seen you on stage talk about how you don't really care for the car. It's just a car, but you do it for the brand building, and it's done well for you. But it comes down to just personality. You're more transparent with your personal life, and you're okay with that, and you like it. I've always been hesitant, and I'm not saying my approach is worse or better. It's just to each their own.
Yeah. You saw me kick the car at the event?
No, but I saw a picture of you standing on the car, which is probably worse.
Yeah. But that was another event. But then again, also, I'm not okay with flashing and showing my life. Like I'm not. It's not that I enjoy being transparent. It's more that I have to. And let me explain what I mean by that. Like if I had a business that is running pretty much on its own and it's making me a significant amount of money, then I would rather just be very, very private, and I would rather prefer nobody to know who I am.
Yep.
But it just happens that in order for my business to survive now, I believe that I can't stop showing my lifestyle because it brings me more people.
And I think it's a different perspective. I wouldn't say it's right or wrong. I think that's your view. From the outside view, and I'm not saying I'm right, I think you can build just as big of a business without doing any of it, but it would require you to change stuff. And I'm not saying that you would be against changing. It's a risk. It may not work. It may work. It may work better. It's just my opinion, right?
But you're saying to change it now, not when I barely got started, that nobody knew me.
They already know you. Like, you have a fancy office, a really fancy office. Most people don't come into office these days. It has nothing to do with your culture. Your culture is fine and great. Just a lot of people in this neck of the woods don't come into office anymore. That's more than $1 million a year, right? Things like, and I know you'll work on stuff or adjust stuff over time when you choose to, but like the car, I don't think it really matters what car you drive.
Now,
Now. Sure, I think when you're starting off, it helped. But you can get rid of a lot of that stuff now and just go back to living a more chill life. Dude, we were talking the other day, right? Did it really matter for you to be in the office telling everyone like, oh, you're not doing this enough with sales or that enough, versus you just spending your time going live? There's such a big difference in revenue when you just spend it going live. And then micromanaging people, I'm not saying you do, but like saying, oh, you should do this better or that better. I don't think it really makes that big of a difference on revenue versus just focusing on the big things that really move the needle. I won't say the numbers, but you show me screenshots. One day you went live. If you just did that every day, you'd be way better off than doing anything else.
Well, I think one day I sent you a screenshot that I made 30,000 like in the morning. Another day it was like 40K, and it's because the consistency. But before we get into that, so what I think. And you correct me if I'm wrong or if you don't agree, because I really value your mentorship. You're just like you're like one of my smartest. Like you're the smart.
I don't know if I'm smart.
Like you're like a nerd, but like in a good way. Like you just know you're a wizard.
I don't know about any of those, but yeah.
But so I always like pick your brain at things, right? Especially when it comes to marketing, because I think that's what you do best. But so I think that in the beginning, showing everybody like, hey, you know what, especially when I started and I opened my first business, the mortgage company, I was 30 years old, and I was across the street. And then I told people, hey, just got this office, MB Scott building across the street, smaller office, but pretty nice office on Sunset Plaza. So somebody that came from nothing, Mexican accent, and I showed the office and I showed the Ferrari in front. It got attention and it helped me grow, and it helped me. I think that's why Patrick Bet-David and Grant Cardone accepted to meet with me with no payment. They said, okay, I'll meet this guy, because they saw me posting all that stuff. So they thought I was like some successful Mexican American kid. So I think that opened the doors. Then I got newer cars, and then I started growing my personal brand. And then I stepped into bigger offices, built culture, and had a lot of parties, and established myself with a track record of a business owner that's been in business as a business owner for over a decade, for over 10 years. Now, I agree with you 100% that now if I just work from home or from a little studio in Dubai or in Colombia or anywhere, I could make way more money, and I don't have to show the cars and any of that anymore. But in the beginning, I thought without that, I wouldn't be here.
I don't think you wouldn't be here. I think, of course, you'd be here. I do think the cars helped you out. You also did it in a time where cars were more unique.
Yeah.
Now everyone showcases cars on their social media. Mm-hmm. There's nothing unique about it. It's played out.
And it's very fake now, I think, because people just rent them.
And when you did it, it was a bit more unique. I do think it helped you, but I don't think it's necessary anymore. I'm not saying if someone doesn't buy a car from day one and shows it off, I'm not going to say it's not going to help them. But whether it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, or today, big companies aren't built by showcasing cars or fancy offices. Name one big corporation that does it that way. Patrick Bet-David is not really a big company. No offense to him. He's built an amazing business. It's not a big company. I'm talking about like Microsoft, Apple, Google, Adobe, Cisco, AMD. Like, there's so many big corporations out there. Name one that shows flash. Are you familiar with AMD, Advanced Micro Devices? Right? Publicly traded company, makes computer chips. I don't know what they're worth. Maybe 100 billion, 200 billion. I don't know. I'm making it up at this point, but I'll pull up their stock right here. So as of this recording, AMD's stock is $138, market cap of $223 billion. All right. So the CEO, lovely lady, I don't know her name, but she seems good. I've seen her in interviews. She was going to a Formula One event. All right. Mm-hmm. And someone was making a remark like, oh, are you in the right place? Do you belong here? And I think her company was sponsoring a lot of the cars or something like that. They just didn't realize who she was,
Yeah.
right? And she's a billionaire.
Uh-huh.
You know, her cousin is James, who created NVIDIA. You know James, NVIDIA, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't know his full name, but the NVIDIA founder. And what I'm getting at is, like, if you look at a lot of these big companies and people who've made money, they don't show much.
Yeah.
Why don't they show much? Well, showing doesn't build you a big company. What builds you a big company is good product, good service, good offer.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with the individual personal brand. You're starting to see personal brands come up. Everyone's like, oh, look at Kylie Cosmetics, Kylie Jenner, look how well she's done. She's done well. I'm not trying to knock her. But what about L'Oreal and Estee Lauder and all these other beauty companies? You know how much bigger they are? They're not as sexy, but who cares? They make money hand over fist.
So how do you build a company bigger like that, but not by not being sexy? Because you didn't do it in the sexy way, right? You build your company not in the sexy way.
Yeah, I'm in B2B. B2B, you don't have to be sexy.
B2B.
B2C, you don't necessarily either, but it really comes down to a product. If your product is amazing, you'll do well. Okay, you're in mortgage.
Yeah.
Mortgage industry is crap right now, right? Because of the economy and interest rates.
And real estate.
Yeah, and it's starting to get slowly a little better is what they're claiming, right? I have no data on this, but they say rates are going to start going down, which hopefully should make your industry better. It'll take time, right? Because I think mortgages are based off the 10-year. Are they based off the 10-year?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So when you look at your industry right now, if you had a product that automatically or instant qualified people, even if they had low credit or bad credit and it didn't matter, and you can get them into a starter home, do you think you would do really well right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all about the product. That product is unique. Hey, you have bad credit, don't worry about it. We just look at your we look at things like your income, your job, how long you've been at the job, your ins and outs of your bank
Obviously,
accounts.
the interest is going to be way higher.
No, but if it would be similar interest, similar interest is a normal mortgage, but you can qualify bad people and bad credit and reduce the risk. Like if your product actually helped make sure bad credit people would actually pay on time.
Like for example, me and you, like I don't know, but my credit, like it's never the best. Like it's always like, and there could be another person that
really?
has.
I assumed your credit would be amazing.
Not amazing. There's people that have 800 FICO scores.
Yeah, I know that.
So like there could be like a 25-year-old that has an 800 FICO score.
Yeah.
And they don't have credit history, and they could qualify for a mortgage right now, a traditional mortgage with a really, really low rate. But if I have a 680 FICO score, then I'm going to be penalized, and I should be able to get better terms because I'm going to pay because I make more money. Like a similar, another example. Go ahead.
Yeah, but if your app that you created solved all these problems and didn't judge people by their FICO score because it's an archaic model and based it off, hey, what's their job? How long have they been at their job? What's their degree in? Have they been unemployed long? Do they continually always have a good job? Is their bank balance decent? Can we be sure that we can just pull money out first? And if you knew you can get paid and you can charge them normal interest rates, you would do really well. I'm not saying that's an easy product to create, but I'm just saying if you were able to create that product, you would do extremely well even in this economy.
And close in a week.
Yes, and close in a week.
How come they don't do that?
No one's built it. You should build it. I don't know how to. I'm not in the mortgage industry, but you get what I mean, right?
You think they'll build that?
I don't know if someone will build it, but there's probably people trying. Or like the same thing. You know, if you don't have a job, but you're a business owner and you make tons of money but not consistent, but you have tons of cash in your bank account, it's harder to qualify for a mortgage than the person who works for Microsoft and makes 1/10 of what you make and has less savings.
Yeah.
So it's just like these things, like the way the system works is whack. If someone fixed it, I'm not saying it's easy, but if they fix it and they figured it out, they'd make a lot of money. Good economy or bad economy.
Like if you have a lot of millions laying around there, and let's say you go to the bank and they're giving you a hard time and they want to see more paperwork, aren't you like You don't think those people would just be like, I'll just pay it cash and then figure it out?
Yes, but then they want options. And what I'm getting at is, if you figured out this system, you already agreed you got a business. Don't
Mhm.
you think that would create a much bigger business than flashing a car?
Yeah.
Exactly. So what I'm getting at is, it doesn't matter if you built your brand or not through things like flashing a car or whatnot. If you have a good product or service, you can build a big business.
So are you telling me just cut the watches and the cars and everything, and just kind of cut the office and get a big house?
I would definitely cut the cars and the watches, but I think you like some of them. And if you like some of them, then don't cut it. And then the second thing is, yes, definitely you need to figure out how to cut the office and just go rent a bigger house.
That's like a golden nugget right there. So I have a buddy that he runs a company.
Okay.
He runs they lend money. So they lend money to business owners. You met him. And that company, it's worth, from what I hear, what he's told me, a lot of money. Now, he operates from home. So all his staff and workers, like salespeople and staff, they work from home. They used to have an office, but now they work from home. But the revenue is pretty good. So, I mean, they're way bigger than my lending company, my mortgage company. So they work from home. That shows it that it could work.
Yep.
And then they don't have an office expense.
Yep. See, look at that. You already figured it out on your own.
No, I mean, I know, but like I said in the beginning, I like I kind of enjoyed the office though. Like if somebody takes my office away, it wouldn't hurt me. It wouldn't hurt me 0.5%. If somebody takes my Ferrari, it would probably hurt me way more, because I enjoy the Ferrari. The office, I enjoyed it so much already. Like, we had so many parties, and we built a culture. We grew the brand too, and everybody, we just used it.
But offices can still do well.
Mm-hmm.
You have to pick the right location and right spot.
Yeah.
Like, if you're in the Standard and Oil building, you know where the Standard and Oil building is?
I don't know, but I have an idea.
You know where Avra is?
No.
Avra.
Oh, yeah.
It's right by there.
Okay.
So the building by there is called Standard and Oil Building, I think is what it's called.
It's a pretty fancy one, right?
It's a fancy one. It's expensive per square foot.
How much per square feet?
$10 a month per square foot. That's expensive, right? But
that one makes sense?
If you're doing it for image, that would give you the image. Brand new building, high class.
That's something that a billionaire would get.
Yes. Not a billionaire, but it doesn't have to be billionaire or not. Just the look, the feel, people would be like, all right, this is the shit. If you're trying to do something for image.
But only big ballers would understand.
Not necessarily. I think people come in, they'll just be like, wow.
Because, for example, I didn't know those pants were so nice.
Most people don't. They're just pants.
Yeah.
But it has nothing to do with if you're rich or poor. I just buy silly pants and waste money on them because they're comfortable.
And they take 3 months to deliver them?
Yeah.
So, if I want to go get those pants right now, because I was thinking about it this morning, I have to go there. Let's say I buy 6 of them. I have to wait 3 months.
Yep.
Because they're custom built, right?
Custom made, built like it's a car, but yeah, it's just cloth. It just takes forever for it to come from Italy.
Do you have to dry clean those?
Yeah, I dry clean my pants.
What if you wear them and you wear them over and over a lot? Because I was thinking what if you wear them a lot and you sweat?
I have 12 of them. Of the same exact one.
I was thinking about that too. Before we get into the whole marketing thing, you wear the same outfit. Every time I see you, you have the same outfit. You have the same hats, different colors, same shirts different colors and same pants different colors. And
Shirts are all
shoes.
the same color.
Well, what's the reason behind that? I know that Steve Jobs did something similar. What's your reason?
It's just very comfortable, and it's convenient.
Convenient.
And I have a few variations, like blue sweaters versus black sweaters or gray sweaters or jackets or whatever.
Although I
you wanna
did
call
see you
'em.
with like a really fancy jacket at Driven.
I have tons of them. I never wear them. I don't care for them. But I dress for comfort. That jacket that you saw me in, I bought when I was single and dating and trying to look cool.
It looks perfect. Like it looks like brand new.
Yeah, but it's probably like 8, 9, 10 years old.
Probably good leather.
Yeah. But the point I'm getting at is like I change. Marriage and kids change me, in which I dress for comfort now. And I have an outfit variation that you don't really see me in. Just like these are gray pants,
Uh-huh.
I have black pants. They're not as comfortable. And I have black polos and I have white polos. So like sometimes if I'm going to speak somewhere or I need to dress up, I never wear a suit, but I'll wear like a white polo or a black polo in either the gray pants or the black pants.
When's the last time you wore a suit?
So long ago I can't remember. I think we were on stage a few weeks ago, and I was telling you I bought a new suit because you were asking me about it. When I bought my suits, I was 120-ish pounds. I actually weighed myself this morning. This morning I was 132.6 pounds. All right, so the suits didn't fit, and I had to go to a wedding soon. And I was like, oh, I'll just lose the weight. But I was like, man, I don't want to lose 10 pounds, but I didn't want to spend the money for a suit. So my wife's like, you should just go buy a new suit. So then I just kind of bought a new suit, even though I didn't want to spend the money.
When was like how long did it take you to gain that much weight? Have you just been kind of enjoying life?
I've been enjoying life. I'm 5'9", so 120 pounds is kind of skinny.
Yeah.
130 pounds you can say is kind of skinny too. It probably took me 2 years to gain the weight.
But you're just naturally like your
Skinny.
metabolism is like that.
I walk at least 10,000 steps a day, and I work out for maybe like 30, 40 minutes a day, sometimes an hour.
And you don't drink Celsius?
I don't drink cancer in a bottle. I'm not trying to say Celsius is that. I don't know much about it, but I just think sodas, all these carbonated drinks, and all this kind of
So
stuff.
even this is bad, Pellegrino?
I don't know if it's bad, but I just stick with water. Normal, simple water, typically glass bottle. I try not to have all these plastic particles in my body, although it's too late. And I try to live a pretty clean life, no alcohol. I try to avoid like the fried food, the mayos, the cheeses, and all the other junk that you don't need. I do eat ice cream every once in a while, a few times a week. That's pretty much my
Especially
vice.
when we go to Abra.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
good ice
Abra
cream.
has good ice cream. You liked it, right?
Yeah.
Did your kids like it? You took it home for them?
Yeah, I did for the girls.
Yeah.
That's the best ice cream I've ever had.
Oh, I should take you to a few more spots, dude. I know my ice cream spots. That I know.
We could go have some ice cream.
Yeah. Have you been to Kit?
Huh?
Kit?
No.
Oh, Kit. I got to take you to Kit.
Yeah. Well, we'll do that. So that's
ice cream made out of cereal.
Mm.
I'm just telling you, it's legit. Kit is really good. Abra's good. Bacio de Latte, I think it's called, is good. That's gelato. That's in Century City. You can find that one. That one's pretty good.
Do you have like a nutritionist or an experts that tell you like what to eat and what not to eat?
No,
Because you also wake up at 4 a.m. every day.
Yeah, I have a good friend who has a fitness company. It's called Legion Athletics. And he'll tell me like, dude, this is crap for your body. Avoid this, avoid that. But check it out, Legion Athletics. But they've been really good. His name is Mike. He's kept me healthy over the years. Not healthy like I'm jacked, although he's really jacked. But healthy as in like my body's good. I feel good. Like my arteries are good. Like that kind of healthy.
You get blood work?
I get blood work done.
How often?
A few times a year I get scans, the pre-novos and stuff like that. I was one of the few people where pre-nova found nothing wrong with me. They're like, oh, this is rare. We can't find one thing off. It's probably off, but I was happy with the results.
Is there a reason why you wake up at 4 every morning?
Get a lot of done. People like trying to stay up late. It's just, you don't need to do that. Wake up before others wake up You can work out before your kids are up. You can get some work done.
But that's because you have a
shower.
gym at your house.
Yes.
What if you don't have a gym at your house?
Then I would go to the closest gym. You can get all that stuff done, and then what you'll find is your day is going to be really productive because you've gotten a lot of the stuff done that you need to, that requires you to have no distractions. And it's the easiest early in the mornings. At night times, people still try texting you and stuff like that. Mornings, no one wants to wake up early.
Yeah. And then the stuff you eat, you don't need a lot every day either. You kind of do you fast as well?
I do intermittent fasting.
So you stop eating and you start eating at a certain time?
I usually do between 10 and 6 p.m. at the latest, or 12 and 6. So either I'll go eat for 8 hours or 6, one or the other.
Wait, you said you said 12 to 6
Or 10 a.m. to 6.
Okay.
Because you can eat for 8 hours, right? But I usually eat for
So when you work out at 4, you don't have anything after that?
water.
Really?
Yeah.
What are your workouts? You don't like pump iron and all that?
Not like you. I do, I don't know what my trainer calls it, but I do 3 workouts, three times. So like my first set today was abs, back, and then some leg exercise. I call Suzanne Summers, like squeezing with weights, and did that each one of those 3 times. Then the second one, I don't know what it was. I think more abs, working out my quads, and then I think triceps because I did back the other first time. And then the third exercise was chest, shoulders, and hamstrings, the back of my legs or something like that. But yeah. And then all those 3 times. So I'm doing a total of 9 exercises, 3 times each.
And you work out 5 times a week?
I try to work out 5 to 7 times. I'm at least consistent 4 times. Unless I pull a muscle in my back or something like that.
What about your wife? Does she work out with you at 4 a.m.?
No. She's sleeping.
What time does she wake up?
6-ish.
That's not that bad. What's your relationship with your wife and family?
It's good. I don't know how to say other than good. Like, nothing wrong.
You enjoy your kids?
Uh-huh.
And like in a day, because you build MP Digital,
Uh-huh.
and it's a big company. You guys have like big clients, right?
Yeah. I don't know if it's a big company, but we have big clients.
How do you get those big clients? For example, like if somebody starts a marketing agency, or what do you consider your company? What is it? A marketing agency?
Yeah.
So you're a marketing agency.
Yep.
So if you start a marketing agency, but you do B2B.
We work with B2B and B2C.
Really?
We're a B2B company because we work with other businesses, but we help market businesses. Like we work with like Adobe, Cisco, Hewlett Packard, but we also have B2C clients like Tata. Tata owns Range Rover and Jaguar. We market Louis Vuitton. Your shoes, I think, are Louis Vuitton, right?
The red bottoms?
No,
Oh,
Louis Vuitton.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Was that Louis Vuitton? Did I say it right?
Yeah. Yeah, they're similar. I don't know the difference in the name, but
one has an L and a V.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
So like we work with Louis Vuitton. That's considered consumer, right? But we have a lot of consumer as well. We do marketing work for like L'Oreal's consumer, beauty company.
I thought Louis Vuitton was B. No?
No.
Because they're it's a business that you're creating a contract with them, and they sell to a lot of consumers.
So they're B2C. They're consumer business because they sell to consumers.
Mm-hmm.
You're B2C as well. Your mortgage sells to consumers. Driven is B2B. You sell to other companies.
How does Driven sell to other companies?
Other business owners.
Mm.
Who attends your Driven event? Is it just a random person, or is it usually another business owner?
Business owner?
So you're selling to a business.
And mortgage is selling to consumers.
So that's a consumer company because you're selling to consumers.
What about UWM mortgage and
They're
Rocket
selling
mortgage?
to consumers. Those are B2C. Airbnb, you book a booking, you're a consumer, B2C. We are B2B. We only sell to other companies. Kind of like Driven, you're selling tickets to businesses. We're selling marketing services. A consumer doesn't pay us for marketing services. A business like Louis Vuitton.
But they're a business, though.
They're a business, but their business is B2C. They sell to consumers.
So that's why you're saying that they're consumers to you?
No. Okay. Our business does
Yeah.
marketing for both B2C companies and B2B
Oh,
companies.
okay.
But
you don't do business. You don't do business to consumers.
No.
That was my.
yeah,
my
no,
thing,
yeah, you're right. We
Yeah,
don't do
yeah.
any marketing for. We don't do business with consumers.
If Michael Jordan wanted to hire you to run marketing for him, you can't take him.
We could. We would work with Air Jordan, which would be owned by him and Nike.
Mm-hmm. What about Kim Kardashian?
We wouldn't work with Kim Kardashian's
But her
personal
company,
brand.
yeah.
We would work with Skims, right, which would be her business.
So you wouldn't work with me, but you would work with one of the companies.
Bingo.
Now let's say I start a marketing agency,
Okay.
small one, not like yours, because you're big. But I started a marketing agency, and I started getting clients, right? Because I know a lot of business owners, so I started getting business owners, but they're companies that do millions a year, where you have companies that do billions, if not trillions a year. So how do you grow that marketing agency to your level where you have multi-billion-dollar companies? Do you have a trillion-dollar company yet? Yeah, right?
My company's not. You're saying
No,
that
do
we
you work with any trillion-dollar companies?
Yes.
Okay. So how do I get my little marketing agency to grow past small businesses that make millions a year to get to working with billion-dollar companies so that I get bigger contracts? Like, how did you do it? Because in the beginning, I think you started with anybody that gave you a contract, right?
Yeah, so a few ways. One, whatever contracts you get, do really good work. Two, those companies grow so they become bigger and bigger, so you're working with bigger companies over time. Three, as you keep getting more customers, you'll hire more employees. A lot of times, few potential clients will hit up employees of yours that they've worked with in the past, and that can bring you some big businesses over time. Four, as you've just been doing this long enough, you'll naturally get more referrals from your clients. Some of them will be small businesses, some will be big businesses. And five, as you've been in business long enough, people will just hear your name more, whether it's through social or advertising or conferences or networking. And eventually a small percentage of them will be big businesses. And over time, you start seeing that you work with more and more bigger businesses. It just takes 10 plus years.
10 plus years, if not 20?
10, 20 plus years, you can do a lot of damage. But my agency is only 6 to 7 years old. We'll be 7, I think, in October.
Your MP?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, we had fast growth. Didn't raise $1 from investors either.
What did he do before that? That's because you're a wizard.
Not a wizard. I had a few other startups.
Sold? You sold them?
No, I kept them. But I cheated with NP Digital because I put quite a bit of my own money into the company. And it was staggered over like a year or two.
But that money that you had, you made it on your previous companies.
Yeah.
And you were always like a good saver?
Not anymore, but I used to be a good saver.
Why not anymore?
Because I buy pants that I don't need.
What other things do you buy that you don't need?
Homes, cars, the basic stuff.
But the cars are not really you, right? I mean, the cars are you, but the homes are not really. It's not that you want homes.
Yeah, Mary though, right? Both of us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't save as much as I should. Percentage-wise, I save great.
Yeah.
So if you look at percentage of income that I spend, it's very low. The problem is just because it's low doesn't mean I couldn't be doing a better job of saving.
But I feel like the wife is the one that like enjoys homes and they get excited over a home, just like they get excited over like flowers, jewelry, shopping.
My wife doesn't care for jewelry or shopping, believe it or not. Just homes.
Like I don't feel like I wouldn't be excited. Like let's say I have $40 million.
Okay.
I wouldn't get excited to buy a $40 million home. I would rather keep the $40 million and go rent a house. That's really nice.
I agree. I think the money's better used to invest. But I'm not in the position where I can do whatever I want. I could in theory, but I choose to balance it and try to please everyone.
Yeah.
And not just wife. Kids wanted the new house. They wanted a bigger backyard.
Yeah. So
My-
so say it again.
My wife doesn't want homes because she wants homes. She wants homes because she picked a new home because she wanted something that was better for the children.
Because what's more expensive, getting married or having children?
Kids.
So you're not married, you have kids, it'll be more expensive than getting married.
I think kids are just expensive. No matter how you slice and dice it.
What's more important, like wife or kids? Like who do you like? Like, let's say when you're away for a long time, you go to Brazil and you're away from quite a while. Who are you more like eager to see?
All of them.
All of that's the correct answer.
But if you're talking about safety, let's say someone held a gun up.
Yeah.
And they said, Neil, you're going to die either way. You have a choice of protecting your kids or your wife. Who do you want to live? I would pick the kids. Yeah. And my wife would agree with that. But if someone said, Neil, you have to choose between your kids, your wife, or you, who's going to die? I would pick myself. Kill me. Let my, kids are the most important, then the wife, then me.
Mm.
Luckily, I have life insurance.
Yeah. You hang around with a lot of people that are very, very successful, right?
Depends what you consider success.
And people that are worth like over 10 billion sometimes.
Over 10 million?
Over 10 billion, not 10 million. Or over 10 billion.
Not
sometimes.
too often.
Billionaires.
Sure.
How much has that grown you? Because when I used to hang around with people like me, like I used to hang around with people that are making my type of income or less, I didn't feel pushed. But when I started hanging around with people that are making 100 times more money than me or more, I felt inspired and pushed.
I don't know how much it's actually helped me grow. A lot of the people I hang out with that have done well, we don't always talk business. It's just
What do you talk? Oh, just
random crap in life. Just shooting the shit, catching up.
Yeah.
When I needed business advice, they've helped me. When they needed business advice, I've helped them. But you're more so hanging out not because of business. You're just hanging out because you're just friends. Look, I don't know what your net worth is. I don't care. You don't know what my net worth is. You don't care. We just hang out.
Yeah.
What difference does it make? You give me shit.
Well,
I give you shit. We have fun on our dinners. Like, what else is there?
I have an idea of what your net worth is, and you have an idea of what my net worth is.
Yeah, that's true. But that has nothing to do with us choosing to hang out with each other.
Yeah, but then again, like, you did say that you're also selective of the people that you spend time with.
But it has nothing to do with money.
Mm-hmm.
You met AJ. I hang out with him.
Yeah.
I won't say his last name. He's not rich by any means. He drives me around in the car his mom gave him. It's probably a 15-year-old car. I don't care.
Speaking about that, like, you could easily drive a Ferrari, but you told me that you don't like Ferraris, but you showed me, like, you sent me a video last time. Your car's just as nice as a Ferrari, but...
Not really. Your Ferrari is way more expensive. Probably by 3 times the price.
No.
Yes, you have a 600,000+ Ferrari.
But yours is more comfortable, or the one you showed me.
Yeah, that's why I choose not to drive the Ferrari. I've been inside your Ferrari. It's a pain in the butt to get in and out of.
Imagine if you were fat. it would be it would be it would
More
be
uncomfortable.
it would be more complicated.
But the video you showed me of your rolls, that looked really cool. And then you had like stars on the ceiling. That was really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
I don't know what it's called. Twilight? Starlight? Or something like that? Twilight?
stars. Yeah, stars.
Yeah.
And they have the shooting stars where, like, you could press a button and the kids like it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I saw that. I told my wife, I was like, we should do this in our movie theater. Like the whole ceiling that way.
Or you could put them in your minivan.
My Honda Odyssey? Let's do it. My kids would actually love it.
Talk about that. Like, so one of your favorite cars is the Honda Odyssey.
That's the one I drive. I'm
You drive that one?
Yeah, that's the one I drive, yeah.
You don't have a driver for that one?
No, I drive it myself.
That's the only one that you drive?
Yeah.
Why?
I've driven my wife's car, but I prefer driving the Honda Odyssey.
Why?
I'm comfortable in it.
Yeah? Because
I grew up driving Hondas
it's
and
big?
Toyotas. No, it's not too big, but I grew up driving Hondas and Toyotas, so I'm really comfortable with those cars. Where like the Bentleys and the Mercedes and the Ferraris, I don't have a Ferrari, but it's just like, oh, you don't want to mess it up or this or that. It's like the Honda Odyssey, I hit it.
Yeah.
Cool, just go buy a new one.
Yeah.
They're not expensive. And I'm also really comfortable driving it because I grew up driving Hondas and they still drive the same way that they drove 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
These Bentleys and stuff like that, my wife's, you put it in drive, like sometimes the gear gets like stuck or it doesn't.
So if you would you gave me advice already about like certain things that I don't need anymore. So
Yeah.
let's say if I cut the Ferrari, you know, still can keep the rolls.
Yeah.
But if I cut the Ferrari, like what car should I get? To
You already
save-
have a Tesla. Just use your Tesla.
You like the Tesla better?
Yeah, it's faster than your Ferrari.
Not on a long distance spin curvy place.
But if you're going in a straight line, the Tesla's faster, no?
Mhm. Why do you like it better?
It's more practical. Can't fit your kids in a Ferrari.
Well, especially if I keep having more.
You gonna have another one? You're not gonna have another one.
Well,
Your wife
I want 10 kids.
Your wife just said no, so
But
three is all you have.
I want 10 kids. They're like joyful.
You know what you should do before you consider having another kid? I give you a challenge. It may be hard for you to do this week. Starting next week, try waking up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. When do you wake up right now? 7?
No.
8?
By 6.
Okay, then do 4 a.m.
It's not hard for me though. I used to wake up at 2:30 for a long time.
I know you can do it, but
But the thing is that I stopped doing it. I'll do it though. But, let me hear your challenge before I tell you
Okay.
the reason why I changed it.
wake up at 4,
Mm-hmm.
do your workouts early, get ready, be there to take your kids to school, although they're homeschooled, right?
Mm-hmm.
But spend time with them in the morning and play with them. Then get to do your work. And if you go to the office, come home early and do dinner with them. Try doing that for a whole week. See how much happier your kids are. And think about evaluate how much more productive your day is. All right, so 4 a.m., get all your stuff done in the morning. Get work done. Spend time with the kids in the morning before you do your work stuff. Do your work stuff. When you come home, spend time with your kids and do dinner with them. If still doesn't want to wake up early, that's fine. But make her come home with you at the same time and you guys do dinner with the kids. Try that for a whole week. Not 4 days, not 5 days, 7 days. Dinner should be 5, 6 o'clock at the latest. Try that. I'm telling you.
Who cooks dinner? Your wife?
My wife or a cook or Uber Eats or you pick whatever you want.
So you have a cook.
Sometimes, yes. Like today, yes. Technically 5 days a week we have one.
Do they just go there for the few hours and leave, or?
No, they're there from typically 11 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday.
So you could just be like, let me have a hamburger with French fries?
They mainly cook stuff for the kids. My wife still cooks a lot for the kids and I. And a lot of times it's not like they're cooking like a meal and it's just there. They'll just cook in batches. Like vegetable soup was yesterday and they'll put it in the fridge and then if I want it, bust it out and warm it up.
Yeah, so I'll do that because I used to wake up every day 3 to 4 a.m., 3 to 4 a.m., 3 to 4 a.m. 4 a.m. was pretty
Late.
standard, 4 a.m., like, but sometimes earlier. But the thing is that I used to get very tired. I used to get worn out. Not tired. I used to get worn out by like 3, 4 p.m. I was already kind of like worn out.
But you don't sleep till late. That's a problem.
Yeah, so I changed it because I do a lot of networking events, which require me to be excited, energetic, networking at 7, 8, 9 p.m.
Slow down on the networking events and do more stuff during the day.
Because networking events, they don't get me the results that I get now going live from the comfort of anywhere. But that's because I built the brand, because if I had no followers, it wouldn't work out like that. But I already did all that stuff.
Yeah. And I would just spend more time on ads and things like that to grow faster than the networking events. I'm not saying you should cut off all networking events, but
yeah,
I really think you and Sil should start your day in the morning. You do your breakfast with the kids and all that kind of stuff. For intermittent fasting, you won't do it. And do dinner with the kids. Try it for a whole week. I'm telling you, your kids will be happier in life. I also think you guys will have a better marriage. I don't think you guys have issues in your marriage. You guys are happy. But you would have a better marriage because you would have a stronger family dynamic and it would be more normal.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean with that. Now you've built a huge brand.
Not big like Tony Robbins or LeBron James or Kardashian or even a Gary Vaynerchuk.
But we're talking about brands. So
yeah,
like
I've built a mini brand, I would say.
But it's way bigger than a lot of people. Like
yeah.
Like you get more so let me just throw out a few names out there. So you mentioned Tony Robbins. How much bigger is his brand than yours?
I have no idea, but multiples and multiples.
So I'm not going to mention any names just because that's not what we're here for, but there's a lot of names out there that say or think they have big personal brands. And when you look them up in the page that you showed me, it
Google
shows
Trends to see how many people actually looking them up.
Yeah, it showed that your brand is way bigger than theirs.
But just because it's bigger on Google doesn't mean it's bigger on social or other areas. And it doesn't mean my brand's more powerful or weaker. It's to each their own. Like, I know people. Okay, for example.
Yeah.
The other day, we were at your event, and we asked everyone in the room if anyone heard of Bill Ackman. All right? In the marketing circle, my brand is way bigger than his. No one in the room knew who Bill Ackman was. You agree, right? No one raised their hand. The guy's worth $9 billion. His brand in the business community is way bigger and more powerful than mine. It's not just the size of the brand, but it's the size of the brand for the market. His market is really rich business people, and he has a massive brand for that category, which is worth way more than Kim Kardashian or a Cristiano Ronaldo or any of them. His net worth also shows it's way bigger.
So that explains like, for example, like, let's just say on a smaller level, I think I have like 318K followers on Instagram, and you have like 450K, I think, on Instagram. So there's not a huge difference there in the following. However, your followers are richer people than my followers.
Maybe. I don't know if your followers aren't richer or less or poor.
No, because
I do know you get
Cisco type companies follow you. They don't follow me.
Sure, but it's also because the content I'm creating is more applicable to them.
Mm-hmm. But comparing Bill, is it Bill Ackman?
Uh-huh.
Bill Ackman, his followers or his brand is not even close to as big as Cristiano in numbers.
Correct.
But everybody that follows Ronaldo, they're not everyone. Yeah, they're poor, and Bill Ackman's following is rich.
He has a lot of billionaires following him.
Like a lot of people that are.
If he walked into any sovereign wealth fund,
they'll know him.
They'll know him. Just like this morning, I was like,
if Cristiano walks in there, they wouldn't know him.
I think they would because they all watch soccer. But
Yeah,
it doesn't
true.
mean they would write him $1 billion check. Bill
Right.
Ackman can go into one of these sovereign wealth funds and get checks for hundreds of millions of dollars, potentially even billions.
Mm-hmm.
Cristiano Ronaldo isn't going to get that unless it's for him playing soccer.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So your brand, you built a big brand and a big business.
Yes. Not big business. Big brand for my vertical
All right. So
and a smallish business.
let's just say that I
for my
really look up to you. I really respect you, and I really if I could get to your level of success in wealth, family, and all that stuff, like
Yeah.
that would be that would be one of my dreams come true. So you're very successful, whether you say it's big or little big or whatever. So you're at that point. Obviously, it's going to grow even bigger with you not even trying. Now, my question is, how long did it take? When did you start building your business and brand?
I've been doing this for 23 years.
23 years, and you're only 39.
Yeah.
So you started when you were
16.
16.
Technically 15 and a half.
So that's the head start you have.
Yeah, I just started earlier than you.
So what did you do at 16? Like, how much money were you making at 16?
Roughly 20 grand a month.
At 16?
Yeah.
20 grand a month.
Yeah.
What about when you were 17?
More.
What about not now? I'm not just kidding. But
But by the time I was 21, I lost it all.
all right, so explain that. What happened?
Bad investments.
Why?
I just made bad investments.
On what?
I was trying to create a cloud computing company like AWS or Google Cloud, but back then you weren't seeing those. So I was early on. If I did it and I did it right, I would have done well, but poor execution. And it just didn't work out. And not only did I lose all my money, I borrowed another $1 million and I had to pay it back. So it took me around a
Somebody
year.
lend you $1 million like that?
No, it was a lot of work, but I paid it back. It took me a year to pay it back.
So you made $1 million back like this?
I had to make more than $1 million. I had to pay taxes on the money and then pay it back because it was a different venture. But yeah,
So you made millions like this in the year?
I don't know about millions, but I did.
How did you do it that quick? When you were like 17?
I just
or
focused
actually,
on my business.
you were 21.
I focused on marketing and producing results and software, which is what I was decent at, and made it back fairly
So it's
quickly.
kind of like what you're telling me right now, to focus on what's moving the needle.
I think you spend a lot of time on stuff that doesn't move the needle,
I've been executing on that already.
but you also focus on stuff you don't need to. I mean, you've taken away the stuff you shouldn't focus on. I learned today you don't cut your own avocados unless you have to,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't make your own smoothies.
Yeah.
I like it. It's good. You don't focus on the stuff that's a waste of your time,
Uh-huh.
and you're focusing on the stuff that's making you money.
Yeah,
I
but
cut my own avocados, so I need to learn from you. Seriously. But you get what I mean, right? There's a lot of tasks we do that are a waste of our time.
Uh-huh.
And if you have people to help you out, like you have an assistant who helps you with your food and whatnot, that's good. You're being more efficient with your time. So then you just need to do that more, because you're spending time dealing with people in your organization and office, and you're trying to fix things, but fixing these things isn't really going to move the needle versus
Right.
you just focusing on the core stuff that's making you money.
Right. But you said something right now. You said that I'm doing something wrong. That I'm doing that right, but you said, but I'm focusing on, or not focusing on what?
No, you're already starting to.
Oh.
I said what you're doing right that I'm doing wrong is
Oh, okay, got
you
it,
don't
got
cut
it.
your own avocados.
Yeah.
I will cut my own avocados and warm up my own food.
You cut
which-
your hair?
Yeah, I cut my own
I cut my hair too.
Yeah. But
So what I want to do though is I want to. So tell me what you think about this. You like the way I dress?
you dress nice.
It takes me a lot of time though.
That's why I don't dress like you and I dress like me.
So that's my question. Do you think that if I don't
Wait,
dress,
what's a lot of time? How long does it take you to dress?
not a lot of time, but like let's say 10 minutes to pick my outfits?
10 minutes?
It's 10 minutes, yeah. It's a lot.
Wow.
So
Okay, so just think about this.
that 10
That's-
minutes 10 minutes times 360
Yeah, so it's
days. How much is that?
3,650 minutes,
How many days is that?
right? I'm not that good at math.
Because I'm throwing away days. See, 10
Okay.
minutes.
So 3,650 divided by 24 hours in a day, you waste.
152. No, wait.
No, I mean it's 365
Yeah,
minutes
10
divided by
minutes.
60 divided by 24. You waste around 2.53 days on your outfits.
Yeah. Imagine how much money I can make in those 10
Yeah,
minutes.
that's a lot of hours. You know
It
how
is.
long it takes me to pick out my outfit?
Because you pick up the same outfit all the time.
Yeah, take a guess.
I mean, you don't even probably your chauffeur
Seconds.
puts it in your bag or something.
No, I take it out of my closet after I'm done showering.
And then when you travel, you also just throw in the same things.
Yeah.
So
I don't even pack.
so that- so
Someone
that-
packs for me, and they don't even have to ask me because it's the same thing.
so the answer is I should just wear the same thing every day,
Yeah, you'd be more efficient.
like Steve Jobs. That's
Yeah.
why he did it, and Steve Jobs did it with one of the biggest companies created ever, and so it's not going to affect me in the business world either. Nobody's going to say, "Oh, Albert's not successful because he's not dressed up."
That's why a lot of us don't do what you do when it comes to outfits. It's too much work.
So if I wear the same outfit, you don't think it'll affect my brand?
Nope.
All right, so I'll change to that. I'm gonna throw away all my outfits.
Don't throw them away. You can sell them. There's a site. Is it called the Real Reel or something like that? Go on the Real Reel, sell all your shit, and just use that money to buy like 10 of the same pants, 10 of the same
Yeah, because it'll be
t-shirts,
so much easier.
10 of the same
You
polos.
you don't think my wife would be turned off though if she's like, you look the same every day?
You know what she would be turned on with?
Money.
No. She was with you when you're living in your car.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with money. She would be turned on if you both figured out how to do more meals with your kids, spend more time at home with the family and stuff like that. I bet you that would make her
Because we just
happy.
came out that I waste 2.5 days out of the year. I just throw them away.
On his
choosing
clothes.
what to wear.
It takes forever.
I take one
Well, in that
second.
case, you could not shower and save time. Like Elon Musk, sometimes he doesn't shower for a week.
You probably want to shower.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
That'll well, yeah. So now to close out, I have this question. It's going to be powerful. So you built your business and you started at 16. Now I think something important too is I don't know if you shared this before, but when you got jump started or when you made some good money in the beginning when you were 16, 17, 18, 19, 21 or whatever, did you get any help or did you have all the money on your own?
No, I got help. My parents, when we immigrated into America, were poor. By the
Yeah.
time I was older, we were middle class.
Uh-huh.
I was making around 20-ish grand a month on my own.
When you were 16.
That, they didn't help me. But you also have to remember, I didn't have to pay for a car, food, gas, anything, right?
Mhm.
My parents paid for clothing. If I wanted to go movie theater, which was very rare, but if I ever wanted to go, they would pay for that. If I wanted Taco Bell or food, like, they would pay for that. But once my business started taking off, I need more money. They gave me $240, $250, somewhere around $250-ish thousand.
And you were how old?
16, 17.
And they trusted a 16-year-old with that much money?
Yeah.
You could have lost it all. Was that their life savings?
It was their life savings at the time. My parents have done well. They've saved up millions of dollars. My guess is to this day, it's not like they have like 10 million bucks, but they have more than 2, 3, or 4, or 5 million bucks.
Mhm.
They're somewhere in between.
So when you had 250K,
And
gave you,
well, by the way, my parents did it not by making a lot of money, just by not spending and investing in stocks like Apple, Google,
so they're good. They're
Facebook,
stock
and
traders.
Whole- Not traders. My mom bought Facebook when it first came out, and she bought more over time and never sold, and it
Yeah.
just went up like crazy. And same with Google, and they've held.
And you could
Apple
borrow money
great.
from them and not pay taxes.
Well, if I need money, like when I bought my house recently, my dad's like, "Do you need any money?" I'm like, "I'm good." But he offered me money. He's like, "I'll give you $1 million if it would help you." I'm like, "I'm good, Dad. Thank you." It was nice of him.
Yeah.
And then he's thinking about redoing his kitchen, but they're too cheap to spend the $40,000 on doing their own kitchen. They're good parents.
Yeah. So yeah, like I think a powerful story here is that like some of us are like, man, like you're 39 and there's people in their 40s and 50s and they're like, fuck, I'm trying to make it, but they never had like
A
somebody
head
that
start.
gave them 250K when they were younger, and they also didn't have other things, right? But like sometimes people compare, man, if Neil's there, why can't I be there? Because I told you that last time. I said, why am I fucking up? Like I'm 41 and you're 39.
I had a head start, dude.
Yeah.
Look, I was in the condo I live in right now, at least until we figure out the home situation. In the condo that I'm living in, there's a
Nice
guy.
condo.
Yeah, there's a guy who lives in there who works at Wellington. all right,
Yeah.
which is a big financial organization. They invest in companies like Skims from Kim Kardashian, and the list goes on and on. But they can write like $100 million checks, multi-hundred, like really big financial organization. And he says something interesting to me. He's like, "Did you know most entrepreneurs who have done well had a leg up when they were starting off? They come from affluent backgrounds in which their parents were able to help them out, whether it was with money, network, etc. And it really does get you further. My kid should have a better advantage than me. It could be screw up still. I hope not. Your kid should have a way better advantage than you, right? Your parents struggled. Their parents struggled. Now, the question is what generation does it take to build weak people? Because eventually they have it too easy where they get lazy and then they breed weak people.
What if your kids fuck it all up?
I hope they don't, but I have systems in place where
Systems.
they can't screw it all up.
We'll
They
talk
have
about
a good safety net.
We'll talk about the systems next time, because we want to know that. But on this last question here, so you built what you built.
Yeah.
And I think everybody knows Neil Patel by now, right? So that company that you built, MP. Did your marketing degree in college help you?
No, it was a waste of time. I tell people don't go to college.
Can you elaborate more on that?
I learned nothing in college. No offense. A good college. Not an Ivy League, but it was a nice college.
Which one was it?
The teachers were nice. Cal State Fullerton. It wasn't hard. But the teachers and professors were nice. And although one got really mad at me. I was in an English class and she tried doing math and I corrected her and she kicked me out. I don't know why. I was right. She was wrong. But I went to Cal State Fullerton. Didn't learn anything. My sister took my online classes for me. Got my degree. And in marketing, didn't do anything for me. It's like
but you built a successful marketing agency.
Had nothing to do with that. I knew marketing before I went into school, and I knew more than my professors. I'm not trying to be arrogant. Overall, I don't think I'm arrogant, but my professors, most of them in marketing, didn't actually know how to market a company. They knew how to read from a textbook. Doesn't mean that they're dumb, and there is value in teachers. I'm not trying to talk trash on them. I'm just saying I didn't learn much. It didn't help me with digital marketing. And you have to keep in mind, back then, digital marketing was much more new.
Yeah.
Now, college probably can be somewhat helpful, but you're going to learn more from YouTube videos than you are going to college.
So that's the follow-up question. So what do you recommend somebody that's starting a marketing agency or marketing, where do they learn from? If you said college is a waste of time, where should they learn?
YouTube, social media, like all the other platforms, and create your own website, like a WordPress site, and just try marketing it. Read or watch and try implementing on your own site. You'll learn the quickest that way. That's
awesome. And the brand, you said that the brand that you built, you said it took a lot of time, 23 years. So is it going to take that long for somebody starting right now?
It doesn't take 23 years to build a brand. I've just been doing it for 23 years. It's more so it's going to take you a good 3 to 5 years to build a brand. It takes a long time.
So for me, where I am with my brand, I need to grow it more, right?
Yes.
So how much more do I have to grow it? Like how many more years? And you said advertising is one. What should I do right now to like somewhere that I want to get in 5 years to get there in 1 year?
I don't know. I'm the wrong person for that. I don't know how to grow brands quickly. I know
for me, like somebody that has a brand like me right now, how do I grow it 5 times faster?
Ads. If I had to put one thing in guessing, I would say ads would really change your brand.
And then keep fueling what's giving me the moving the needle more.
Yes.
Which you already told me what to do.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you, Neil. Always a great value and good energy. I felt like fainting on Saturday because I was just not feeling well. And then when you came into the room, you just gave me like this aura of energy.
No, dude, I always enjoy hanging out with you and your wife and the team. It's a great company, great culture. But I still believe you should try doing early morning days, sleep earlier, get your kids to sleep earlier. And I believe your family dynamics will be even stronger.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Neil.
Cool.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.